On the first day of darkness, the moon whispered to me, "The witches cast a spell." Within 30 minutes of driving, we creep down the dark side street of the old car factory that's been abandoned for a couple of generations. There wasn't a lot of planning we could do. I told them where Eric was, and that there would likely be shady people around. But other than that, there weren't a lot of details I could give them. And even though they applied a little pressure, I didn't want to ruin Miss Dora's cover by telling them I got the information from her. "I think they're over there." I point further down the street, past the maze of dilapidated buildings spray-painted with graffiti. "Not too fast, Tynetta," Miss Mary warns. Miss Tynetta nods and inches forward, careful not to make any noises with the car. She creeps us far enough down the street until we're just peeking into a large field, and right in the middle are a group of teenagers surrounded by about 6 or 7 adults, all of them in rows of 5. "What is this?" Miss Tynetta whispers. It does look odd. They're standing stark still, like they're soldiers in some sort of military formation. I can't make out what's going on from here. "We need to get a closer look," I urge. Miss Mary nods. Fine, but everyone must stay absolutely quiet and don't make any sudden movements. Those aren't just a group of teenagers. Some of them look like they should be working in corporate America." We park the car and get out, sneaking across the street and behind some overgrown trees. "I see him," I whisper, pointing to Eric in the 3rd row. They're all paying close attention to the man talking to them, and no one has spotted us yet. It's not like I can just wave him over either. "How are we going to get him away without getting the attention of the others?" Miss Tynetta narrows her eyes and whispers, "I think I have an idea. You just be ready to grab him at the right time." "Grab him? What are you gonna do?" I ask worriedly. Miss Eartha chuckles. "You didn't think our magic only extended to our house and the garden, did you? Especially now that we're bonded. Watch and learn, kiddo." She wiggles her ringed fingers and places them on the tree trunk we're hiding behind. Enchanting whispers leak from between her lips. Chills run down my back. It's still her voice, but it also sounds like the voices of other women are layered into her throat. The tree begins to vibrate, sending reverberations into the ground and through the soles of my feet. I gasp as it whispers back to her in a language I can't understand, but can somehow feel. Glowing veins course through its trunk, creeping down to the roots and through the ground to the other trees around the perimeter of the field, until they're all whispering madly in the wind. Whoa. They shake and wave their branches as if they've come to life and are trying to communicate. The gang members and recruits startle, looking around at the trees curiously. "What's going on?" I hear some of them say from the distance. Miss Tynetta pulls a little bottle out of her pocket and hands a couple to Miss Mary. "I'm glad I always keep these on hand." Miss Mary turns to me. "First lesson, Nairobi. When in doubt, cause chaos." "What?" Her and Miss Tynetta come out from behind the tree and chuck the bottles. I didn't expect them to have the arms of quarterbacks. As soon as the bottles shatter on the ground, a horrific screeching fills the air, and clouds of living gray smoke fills the entire field. Everyone scrambles in a fit of chaos. I guess that's my cue. I immediately make a beeline for Eric, covering my mouth and nose as I dodge the smoke plumes and running individuals. I manage to grab his arm and dash away from the others before the smoke becomes too thick. I pull him across the grass to take cover inside a gaping hole in one of the factory buildings and flatten us against the wall. My lungs feel like they're gonna explode. Want to read more about the witches casting spells? Check out my novel Crones and 2 more of your choosing during my buy 2 get 1 free book sale during my 12 Days of Darkness. Have a merry, dreary holidays.